Why doesn't Naruto use 6 Paths Sage Mode? Kurama might have left, but Naruto still has a power that's even more overpowering. 6 Paths Sage Mode. Hold on, does he really? Or did he lose it along with Kurama? Let's find out together if Naruto can still use this power that could keep him on par with the anime gods. Despite Kurama leaving, the truth is that throughout the anime, Naruto has shown a bunch of tough powers he can still use, with or without Kurama. And I'm not just talking about clones and Rasengan, although he's got plenty of those, really. But what about 6 Path Sage Mode that he gained during the war? Does he still have it? Well, we're about to find out, but I know he's got your like. Just put Naruto in the title and I know you come running to leave your thumbs up. In the manga and anime, we don't have a detailed explanation of what 6 Paths Sage Mode or 6 Paths Senjutsu does. It's only in the data book that we have a definition for Naruto's power. It says that this power is a divine mental state given by Hagoromo, which allows controlling all things and understanding how everything works. It's a somewhat generic explanation, but just from that, we can understand that this technique is not about a power or physical attributes upgrade. It's basically a mental state where Naruto sort of has a mind-blown experience. He starts to understand how everything works, and that makes him capable of controlling all things. In other words, it's not a physical upgrade, but rather a mental one. He starts doing things on a divine level, but without really gaining a new power. He just uses what he already has. In the case of the war, he used Sage Mode and Kurama Mode, so 6 Paths Mode allowed him to use the powers of these other transformations on a divine level. He learns to use what he has even better. He manages his power better. When he first used this power, he said he felt like he could do anything. For example, even without knowing what he was doing, he managed to use yin-yang style to reignite Guy's life and to create a new eye for Kakashi. Plus, he managed to fly on reflex too. But as you might imagine, Naruto didn't train to have this technique. It's written in the data book that this is the kind of technique that chooses the user, so there's no point in training to try to master it. But there are some requirements for a person to be chosen by the technique. Be strict in training, creativity and chakra use, unwavering confidence, courage to not give up, leadership spirit, foresight. Only those who have these attributes can be chosen by the technique, and of course, Naruto checks all of that. It's worth making it clear, folks, that 6 Path Sage Mode has nothing to do with the Kurama Chakra Cloak. These are two completely different things, and I've already made some videos to explain this. The Chakra Cloak is that yellow transformation Naruto accessed using Kurama's power and all. 6 Paths. Sage Mode is just this mental state. It doesn't cause any change in Naruto's appearance, only in his eyes. His eyes look like a mix of Sage Mode with Kurama Mode, so you get this cross shape you're seeing there. Now, since 6 Paths Mode has nothing to do with Kurama's Chakra Cloak, it means Naruto can still use it, right? Well, it's not that simple. I mentioned some requirements to use 6 Paths Mode earlier, but there's one more. Check this out. It requires an enormous chakra, superior to Kurama Mode. 6 Paths. Sage Mode requires more chakra than Kurama Mode. There's something you need to understand. There are transformations that give more chakra to the user. That's the case with Kurama Mode. Kurama gave chakra to Naruto to access this transformation and use a bunch of tough jutsu. But there are other transformations that don't give more chakra, but change the quality of the chakra. That's the case with Sage Mode. In Sage Mode, you absorb natural energy and mix it with your chakra. In doing so, you create a new type of chakra. Sage Chakra. Your amount of chakra hasn't changed, but its quality has changed, and this can influence the power of your techniques and even the number of jutsu you can use with the same amount of chakra as before. So there wasn't an increase in chakra quantity, but rather in quality, in type of chakra. I said all that to explain that not every transformation will give you a chakra quantity boost. That's not how it works in Naruto. In the case of Six Paths Sage Mode, it doesn't give more chakra to Naruto, but apparently it requires chakra expenditure to be used. And this chakra expenditure is at a level even higher than that of Kurama mode. Here's the thing. How will Naruto have a chakra level higher than that of Kurama mode? If he no longer has Kurama, it's a fact that he's a descendant of the Uzumaki and therefore has plenty of chakra, but it doesn't compare to the chakra level he had with Kurama. During the war, Naruto had gained, in addition to Six Paths mode, half of Hagoromo's chakra, which is not a small thing. So there he could use Six Paths mode just fine. After using up all that Hagoromo's chakra, he had Kurama, and he even got the other half of Kurama that was sealed in Minato, so he ended up with a complete Kurama, with more chakra than we had seen in all of Shippuden. So, using the power of the complete Kurama, Naruto could access a greater amount of chakra than Kurama mode itself, thus managing to use Six Paths mode. And we saw him using it against Shin, against Momoshiki, and even against Jigen and Ishiki. The first time we saw him going into battle since he lost Kurama to go after Code, he used Sage mode, not Six Paths mode. That's because he no longer has a chakra level superior to Kurama mode to activate Six Paths mode. But that doesn't exactly mean that Naruto can never use this mode again. He was already chosen by the technique, he fulfilled the prerequisites, he has everything needed to use it, except for the chakra. But since he's the meeting point of the other tailed beasts, he can solve that. He just needs to ask the other beasts for some chakra until he has enough chakra to use the technique. But folks, this isn't something Naruto can count on all the time. He's not the Jinchuriki of the other tailed beasts. He can only communicate with them remotely. This means he can't use transformations using the power of the other tailed beasts or tap into their full potential. Plus, they have to be willing to pass the chakra to him. So for now, we can say that Naruto can no longer use Six Paths Sage mode. But what do you think about that? Naruto was pretty nerfed, huh? Comment below what else you want to know about the Naruto universe. Send it, and I'll answer.